I'll just share some of the ones I think probably the number one is the poor planning. That's like the number one thing. And normally the ladies are better than the gentlemen. They normally at least have business plans or have at least started something. My guys come in and say, well, hey Jerry, I got it in my head. So I have to tell them, well, if you go and leave my office and hit by a car, who's gonna draw the plan out of your head to execute? So I had to be kind of dramatic like that. So that's probably number one. Then after that, which a lot of this stuff links back to planning, then it's been undercapitalized when they start their businesses. You don't have enough money. They hadn't really figured out that, hey, I need a restaurant and I need probably enough working capital for at least 12 whole months already set aside somewhere. So they may have 1 or 2 months worth of money set aside, and when it doesn't go like they thought, then they're out of business in month 3 or month 4. Another good one, and I was guilty of this myself, is poor picking bad marriages, bad partnerships. And I'm not talking about from the marital side. I'm talking when you go out and you say, I want Miss Johnson to be my business partner. And because Miss Johnson and I, we go out and hang out, maybe we play golf together or something, or we play tennis, and we're good friends on a social thing, I think Miss Johnson will be a great business partner. So we go into business, we need some money from the bank, and they say, well, Jerry, you own 50% of the bank, and Miss Johnson owns 50% of the company, and we need to pull credit on both of you. Well, Ms. Johnson has really good credit, and I, on the other hand, have not checked my credit, and I come and roll in with a score of 500. Ms. Johnson has a 700 credit score, and they said, well, if Ms. Johnson owned the business 100%, you guys are going to have some money. Or it turns out that, I don't know that, I have a gentleman on the end, I can't remember his name, but he and I are in partnership with business. And it turns out that I didn't know that he's not good at managing money. So we go into business together, and then lo and behold, things start off slowly, and we're trying to manage our money, and maybe I set some money aside for kind of a rainy day fund because I knew business might be slow. And my friend, and I apologize for not remembering their name, I remember faces, unfortunately, like you were saying. My friend did not, he had his football career and he didn't save any money, so he really doesn't have any money, so they start off slow and he was expecting this income and it doesn't happen. So he doesn't show up and do his part of the business because, well, he doesn't have any money, he's got bills, he's stressed out. So he turns out not to be as great a partner. So that's a real killer because, we always like to have people generally as our partners that we're friendly with, and that does not work out. Or I choose a family member as a partner in our business. And it's kind of, oh, Jerry, don't worry about it. I'll be there when I get there. We're supposed to be there at 8, and my cousin is not showing up because, we cousins. He can show up he feel like he can show up at 10 and go home at 2. But we're in business together, we're 50-50, but he's not pulling this side. So that's a thing. We tell people to do background checks on potential partners that they're going to select. That may seem harsh, but it's better to find out some things before you sign on that marital business contract than after you've already signed up for it. Another thing would be all of our businesses are really bad at the marketing aspects of it. We have people that come in and they say, well, hey, I'm Kevin, I started Alabama A&M, I'm gonna start this business. Everybody knows me, I'm well known in the community. So everybody, just because I started this business, I said this is Kevin's business, Kevin's Inc. Everybody's gonna come just because it doesn't work out that way. You have to do what you need to market. You have to know who those target customers are. So you may have to do some radio advertising, TV advertising. You may have to do direct mail. You may have to send out email blasts. You may have a Facebook page and have Facebook friends come to your page to advertise your business. But you may think because I'm Kevin and everybody knows me because I was the star running back at Alabama A&M that everybody's just gonna come out to it. It just doesn't work that way. And another thing would be you don't have that support system. So you sign up for the business, things not going well, and you don't have anybody to cry the blues to. So you're just really depressed about your business, and you may give up because there's nobody there. So hey, it's not going well right now, but you can do it. You just need to maybe change a few things up, and you may just, you may quit prematurely because typically small businesses things don't go the way you think. Even if you have a business plan, they don't normally go the way you think they're going to go. So those are just some of the things that I see, but I guess the biggest one is the pre-planning before you start. I see that's a major weakness that I see.